So welcome to the Berlin School of Economics and Law from our side today. My colleague Marianne Torno will tell you hello.
Yeah, hello also from my side.
And my name is Jana Winterberg. I will speak about the MBA part today, and Marianne, she will present the Master of Science to you. So let's get started. Berlin School of Economics and Law, we have more than 10,000 students, so we are a rather large school of applied sciences with 200 professors and almost 800 part-time lecturers. We cover our 50 study courses, which is divided into bachelor and master programs, and you find our 8 research institutes here at this school. So all combined, you have 30 years of expert knowledge here at our. The IMB is the pioneer and are accredited. The Berlin MBA program even has the Mba accreditation. I'm sure this is something you are familiar with. All of the programs are focused on general management, and so far we have over 2,400 graduates from our part of the school, which is divided into 1,500 MBA graduates. And the rest of the students come from the program, the master programs. We are one of the departments of the Berlin School of Economics and Law, and therefore share facilities here at Berlin. So now my colleague Marianne will take over and explain a little bit more about the Master International Business Management.
Okay, thank you very much, Jana. My name is Marianne, and I'm a program manager at the Institute as well. Today I want to tell you more about the MSc International Business Management. And as you can see on the first picture, we are highly international, or we have a highly international diversity within our groups. So this year we started the third intake, which means among the 25 to or up to 35 students, we always have up to 20 or 22 different nationalities, which is like a really high international student body. The program is divided into 2 specializations. We have, on the one hand, the international management specialization, on the other hand, the international tourism management. Both specializations are under or are led by academic directors. On the one hand, Victoria von Gizitsky, she is the person you will get to know within the Skype interviews if you do apply for the program. And the other one is Jörg Zoller, and he is responsible for the part of international tourism management if you decide for that. The management is the program is managed by Jana Winterberg. You already met her via the microphone, and she is responsible for all administration parts, even like the structure and development within the program. So whenever there is something, she is the person you should talk to. So let me give you 6 different aspects about the program. So if you want to study in an international environment, if you have an international background, if you have at least 1 year of working experience, you are definitely right for this program, and you can apply through our application tool, which is online, but we will tell you more about later. It's also important that you have a first degree, and your working experience should be after this first degree, so it's called postgraduate, and you should focus a management position after your studies, so that is important as well. So if you want to become a future executive, then you are right here at this place. And the program combines, I will get more into detail to the core modules, but the program altogether combines general international management. So as you can see on the next slides, I think we have to wait a little more, then I tell you more about the core modules, and you will see that we have all these general international management courses. But first of all, that might be very interesting for you. To become a master student at our institute, you have to meet the deadlines, and the application deadline for non-EU citizens is the 15th of May next year. And this is because you might have a visa process, and to be on time, we schedule it a bit earlier than the EU citizens. For them, it's the 15th of June. Also, you can see on the slides that we are Fiba Accredited, which means Fiba is a foundation for international business administration, and the program is accredited. That means you are on a special place here, because not all programs at the German universities are accredited by Fiba. This is very special about the program. Here you have some more information. The MSc is a Master of Science. As I told you before, it's an internationally recognized postgraduate degree. The program is 15 months full-time, only taught in English, so that means you don't need any German skills, but for sure socializing and getting started here to get some German experience and English language knowledge, it's always very good. But you don't have to have it before you come here. The international management focus I already mentioned. Very important, and I think special about our programs is that we include study visits to different countries, to different cities all over Europe. For our program, it's London. We have the Kingston University as a partner, and we go there every year, and they come to visit us every year as well. So normally in November, the year you started, the Kingston University is coming over to visit us for 1 week, and you get to know the students from there. And a few months later, between February and April, you can go to Kingston, have your experience there. It's always very interesting, and you already have the chance to have an exchange semester to Kingston University as well. So besides from the study visit, you can go there and study for 1 semester. I think this slide is very interesting because you see the timeline of the program. As I said before, we start in September. At the first 2 weeks, we will start off with the program. The first semester goes from September to December. Then you have like a small break, not longer than 2 weeks. So there's no really semester break. It's just a Christmas break. And then we start directly in January until May for the second semester. And this includes if you decide for an exchange semester to apply before January and go to abroad. The third semester is reserved for your master's thesis and your oral defense. So from June to November, you have time to write your master's thesis. You hand in your thesis at the beginning of October, and your graduation will be at the end of November. That means your oral defense is in between October and November. At the end of November, as I said, is the graduation ceremony. That means you are exmatriculated, so the program finished for you and you are not longer a student at our university. So here you can see our core modules. The core modules from International Business Environment, you have Finance and Accounting, which is sometimes divided into an advanced and a basic course. You have International Business Strategy, which is a really interesting course. Also marketing. You can, for the electives, you can also choose media marketing, which is like very interesting at our time now, operations and information management, as well as personal development. And I want to underline personal development because this is one of our core aspects of the program. We want to educate you, but on the other hand, we want to, get your personality, that you get more into your personality, and after the program that you know what are my strengths and where can I, or where am I really good. So it's not only because, not only the education, it's more about the personal development. Yes, the rest we already spoke about. So in the second semester, you can go into your specialization, and you have the possibilities to choose electives out of 4. And the third semester is reserved for your master thesis. Study visit to Kingston University in London. As we said before, you have guest lectures, you will have company visits within London, and overall it's a unique experience and a capital experience for you, so you should definitely go to our university. We listing material, guest lectures, company presentations. The welcome service, maybe I tell you some more about the welcome service. We have divided this part into like the application process that you can always contact us whenever you want to. Then you have like a small German introduction, German language courses, face-to-face or online courses, and we have kind of a pickup service. So when it's your first time coming to Germany, we try to get you from the airport and get you settled. For the living here in Berlin, you have to check yourself about apartments, but we always want to support you. And the rest is events, accommodation, career service, etc. We calculated a bit more than the DAAD for the living costs here in Berlin. So we said it's about 700, 800 euros. So it depends on your needs, but still I would calculate 700 to 800 euro per month living costs in Berlin. So that was all from my side so far. You can check our website for the application checklist, where you can find which documents you have to hand in when you use our application tool. And the application tool is already open, so check MBA-Berlin and you will find all further information. Now I'd like to hand over to my colleague Jana. She will tell you more about the MBA full-time program, which is very interesting as well. And thank you for now, and looking forward to your questions later on.
Thank you, Marianne. So welcome to the Berlin MBA. For those of you who already gathered some information on the internet, just to give you a brief introduction to the program. The Berlin MBA is divided in 3 pathways. It's the European Management, the European Asian Management, and the Transatlantic Management. And according to that, there's 3 academic directors. You see Ms. Ostaszewska, she's in charge of the European Management pathway. Professor Dr. Joachim Scholz-Liegmer is in charge of the European Asian Management, and Professor Zavi is in charge of the Transatlantic Management course. On the other hand, you have the staff side, so me, the program manager. We have our MBA office, who is mostly in contact with the students, Anna Bruchansky. And we have our career service and alumni specialist, Mrs. Marina Junkes. So she's in charge of all the career activities as well as the alumni. And the Berlin MBA is a program of 15 months. It's completely taught in English, and one of the special things about this program is that there are 3 study visits offered, 1 to Asia, 1 to the States, and 1 to Europe, 1 staying in Europe. Those are connected to the pathway you chose before you start the program. However, you can, after having gone with your with the study visit who's connected to your pathway, you can still go with the other ones as well. But I'll speak more about that a little later. You have a highly international study environment, as the Berlin School of Economics and Law has a highly international student bodies, and as Marianne just explained, the student body at the IMB is very international. It's kind of rare to find Germans, actually. So you'll meet students from all over the world. We have the career service, as I just mentioned. It's a very important part of the MBA. And to give you an overview, the timeline for the MBA is the following one. You start in September next year on the 12th, actually. The first study visit which you can or will join depending on your pathway is in January, and it's to Hong Kong. In April and March there's the other study visit which goes to the US. to California. And then the third study visit, staying in Europe, is usually in May or June, and it mostly goes to Poland, Warsaw in this case. So by mid-June, you will be in the place to register for your master thesis and then start writing. You have a 4-month writing period, and therefore you hand in October your master thesis, have a brief waiting period as the professors correct your thesis, and then do the oral defense by the end of November, and then receive your final term papers and graduate. If you are interested in the MBA, there are a few criteria that we always require, and if they match you, just to give, if this matches, your expectations. If you're a young professional and you have 3 years or more of postgraduate work experience, then you fit the program. You need to bring with you a university degree, so either a Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, or equivalent university diploma, which sums up to 180 ECTS credits. Also, you need to prove very good knowledge of English. So either you did your studies so far in English, or you bring IELTS or TOEFL or equivalent test proof. And you need to be ambitious for a career progression. That's what we look for in our applicants, that this program gets you somewhere. So either you get a step ahead where you work at the moment, or you change your path of career, but did you have an idea where this program is supposed to take you? What we offer then is a 50-month full-time program. Everything taught in English starting in September, as I just mentioned. What we will give you is a very strong career development service. You will get connected with our alumni. You can participate in all the study visits. And we will give you a very strong focus on leadership, which is one of the differences between a Master of Science and the MBA program. So you need to bring more work experience, and you will have colleagues that are a little older or more mature in their career already, because that's always one of the questions about the differences from the programs. To give you a quick idea where our graduates work after they graduated here, these are two slides. So as you can see, there's a strong focus on the IT and telecommunication sector, as to be seen. Also, banking is highly, there are a lot of people going to the banking and financial services. We have the service sector, and then pretty much, marketing, renewable energy, aerospace, and the food and beverage, consumer goods, energy and utilities. They're spread out in the same percentage. Maybe the areas are of interest for you. So many people go to corporate planning, strategy development, which is also one of the modules that you will be taught here at the IMB. Project management also is a big area that's that people work in afterwards, and marketing has a strong focus as well. The core modules of the MBA take up the main part. Also, the developing your leadership personality seminars. It's as I said, we focus a lot on getting you a step ahead in your career. So in order to do that, our leadership personality developing module gives you reflection seminars, career coaching, and leadership seminars. So you will learn a lot about yourself, your career environment, and how to proceed there. Then the third part are the pathway-specific modules, which come up to 4 actually. So it's 2 specialization modules and 2 specialization electives you can choose from. And the 4th basic part of this program is the master thesis, then, which is always a company project. So during the course of studies, we will connect you with companies and strongly encourage you to get in touch with the connections your professors provide, as well as our alumni and the career management. and therefore your master thesis is supposed to be a part of a company project, or you write it as. This is mostly used as a first step, like Motorola's or the Telecom, also Bayer and Bombardier, and it's always people that sit that's like not in basic positions that but that work in really highly developed management positions. So these are really good connections, and they will guide you during your studies and help you finding a master thesis company. To give you an overview over the nationalities you might meet in your course of studies, this is the current intake. So literally people from all over the world participate. It's spread out pretty equivalently. There are also Germans in the class, but as to be seen, it's highly international. As this is of a big interest for our students mostly, or for the applicants, we gathered some information about the study visits. I hope you can see the slides. It doesn't say you can see it at the moment. Yeah, actually, okay. So now it starts sharing the slides, I think. Great. The MBA study visits go to either San Diego State University or Hong Kong Baptist University or the Poznan School of Banking. And yeah, pictures sometimes tell more than lots of slides. To give you an impression of those study visits, you will be accompanied by our staff members and also or by one of our staff members, as well as one of the professors, and the academic directors travel with you. You will have lectures there. You will also meet local high-class industries, and you will work on a project mostly together with the students from that university that you're visiting. So there's a direct outcome from this study visit. Of course, there will also be fun. you will go out, you will see the city and the environment, and be connected to students from that part of the world during this visit. So some more impressions. For instance, this is I think you can see this now. This is from the San Diego study visit. So you get to go outside as well. We don't keep you in a classroom all day, but we show you also, yeah, the industries that are to be found there. So you can make even more connections regarding your thesis and your further career development. And this